Good morning, good morning. Welcome to Bonnie and Clyde's Morning Talk. Today's date is 6/24/2020. And let's refresh the market. I was looking at it earlier where everything was in the red. And holy smokes. It looks like it's in the red now and even further in the red. Mm. Well, I guess that's just the way it's gonna go. Mm. Let's see if they can get a bottom and catch a floor here, see what happens. Looks like gold is catching a tiny bit of a bid there. It is slightly green. Silver's down. Last time I looked, I thought silver was down even further. So it must have came back up some. Well. I thought we might run into this problem. It's alright. I think a lot of it's stemming from the virus fears again, and now the so-called China deal has kicked into the equation a little bit. Let's hit the old refresh on Bonnie and Clyde's portfolio and see how we're doing. Oh my goodness. Even Bonnie and Clyde's portfolio was down 0.74%. That gives back yesterday's gain of right at 1%. Yesterday we was in the green and today we're in the red. Not too bad though. Just over a 0.5%. So we still got a little ways to go before we give up yesterday's gains. And I did a little bit of a research on a couple other stocks that Bonnie and Clyde may very well be investing in here soon. Just got to do a little more research on them. I've had my eye on them for a long time, but it's just out of the side view, watching them go up and down, and now I just got to dive into them and tear them apart, see what all's up under the hood, make sure that it's gonna be a good investment, no matter if the price goes up or down. Look for that good investment first. Alright, let me get out of the market. We are coins. We're talking about coins here, not stocks all the time. Let's run over to Twitterverse and see what we got. Coin of the day again from NGC today. They put out a Philippine coin. Looks like we've got on this day in 1571, the city of Manila, the Philippines, was founded by Spanish conquistador Miguel Lopez de Legazpi. The U.S. Mint had a facility there in the early 1900s. The M mint mark can be seen on certain coins struck there, such as the 1925 centavo. And that's their coin of the day, the 1925 centavo. I guess it's in commemoration of the Manila, Philippines. I also seen another article about the Manila thing that I was gonna talk about, but maybe you guys can check it out. There was an can't remember. I have to look back up and see exactly what it was. Let's see if I can find it real quick. It had something to do with this the story about that NGC coin of the day also. And I thought I'd be able to pick it back up real quick on my history, but not so much. Must have closed it out a little bit longer than I thought. But there was an article talking about the other kind of coin they talked about it didn't exist, like a maybe a 24 one of the presidents. I can't remember exactly what it was. I'll have to look it up again. Anyway, what else we got going on here in Twitter verse this morning? NGC is the coin with the coin of the day, the Philippine coin. Let's see. I really don't see. Let's refresh it real quick. Make sure we don't miss nothing because we don't have a lot of coin articles coming out here lately. Things have slowed down in the news department on coins for sure. And no, that was it, guys. Alright, let's get out of Twitter's verse and go over to some more coin news that I was able to dig up. And our first article coming out of Coin Week, and the headline is the Jim Carson City 1882 Morgan Dollar Toner in the SPG June auction. So there's a nice 82 Carson City coin that's toned out. Really, really nice coin. Stacks Bowers will be auctioning it off. I don't know that it should be worth it more than any other 1882 Carson City coin just because it's toned out. But people do like that toning stuff nowadays. That has grown up. That has got a lot of traction lately. Seems like those rainbow colors, especially if it's natural. I think there's people that actually put a lot of time in trying to tone them by heating them up somehow or another, making them, they're not really toned that way naturally. But Stacks Bowers does have one they're going to be having up for auction. And anything online, since all of the COVID stuff has come in and made a mess of the economy, anything online is doing a whole lot better because that's about the only way you can get a lot of things anymore is online. So just figure you guys might find that interesting. Like to see how much it being a rainbow tone like that'll gain its value over a normal bright shiny 1882 Carson City Morgan. Personally, I would rather have the bright shiny one. Good morning in the chat. Good morning, good morning. Thanks for joining us. Go dump some ice water on Bonnie, Steven says. Holy smoke, she's already up. Steven, she's up, running around, prowling. She has been on top of her game this morning. I can't slow her down. Yeah, she is on top of it, handling business like crazy, taking care of the other business that pays the bills. Anyway, let's jump over to another article I seen come out in the Mint News blog, and they're talking about the new special edition red book celebrating the 1920 to 2020 centennial of the Manila Mint is sold out. I don't think there was a whole lot of those that was made though, but it has like yeah, that's what I thought. I read some of this earlier. 260 copies were printed and it was sold out. 48 of them got damaged, so there was actually only 212 copies of them that was able to go out to the collectors. And it is the official red book, a guide book of United States coins, Manila Mint, 1920 to 2020. And it has like the gold. Ah, there it is, the Wilson, the 1920 Wilson dollar. That's the one I was thinking about earlier. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking about. I had seen an article on it. The so-called Wilson dollar, struck to commemorate the opening of the Manila Mint. It says its reverse design is featured on the front cover of the Manila Mint Special Edition Red Book. And then on the back of it, it's like the little weight scale, or a woman with the little weight scales, and a small child making like an offering or something like that. Pretty cool looking little coin though. But anyway, back to the article. What I was wanting to talk about really was the article about the book itself. So if you didn't get a copy of the book, you're going to have a tough time getting a copy of it now. And it was published by Whitman's. And I'm not sure what all is in it or whatever. Now that I think about it, I wish I would have picked one up. It's probably going to be itself a little bit of a collector's item. That's crazy. Some things like that, you just never know what could turn out to be some kind of collectible item. And it still has to do with the coin community. That is wild. I figured you guys might like that. The red book, like they all are. And then it had the gold stuff on it. 212 copies sold out. Gone. No more to be done. Alright, so that wraps up about all the coin news, guys, I could find. Like I said, I think I'm going to have to figure out a way to make up some coin articles. If you guys have any coin that interests you in a particular way, just drop me a line and put in it, research this coin, and then we'll do a little news article or something. Maybe I can come on and do a little research on the coin that you're wanting to talk about. We'll do a little checkup on it, and I'll present a little article about a coin just for you. But if not, we'll just keep on doing it the way we're doing it. I'll try to find what I can find. But the pickings are getting slim. Yeah, the pickings are getting slim. Let's check out the weather, guys. How is it where you are at? I hope it's beautiful. Yeah, I hope it's beautiful where you guys are at right now. It has warmed up here in North Carolina. So let's see if we can get a check on these temperatures. We're already sitting around 80 degrees already. Let's see how the East Coast looks. Let's find the. I want to try to find where is it the hottest at right now this morning on this map. Seems like temperatures are pretty mild around the nation, guys. I was trying to find out where it's the hottest at, and it's not really giving me a red marker this morning. So we're just going to have to scour with the old eyeball. It looks like 88 degrees in Miami is the hot temperature that I can see. So Florida is reporting in for the hot spot. And let's see what the cool spot is. I scour around looking. Looks like the cool spot is out on the west coast in Washington State. 59 degrees still yet. It's wanting to hang on to winter out there, guys. Maybe they'll get some more snow here in a couple days. They got plenty of moisture coming in at them, though. Another rainy front coming in on them. All right, let's go through this. And looks like we got the high 60s on the East Coast in Maine. Working our way down the coast. Looks like it's 70s in the New York, Pennsylvania area. 80s down in the Carolinas. And it just changed over 90 degrees in the tip of Florida, so that is definitely the hot spot. And then as we start heading west towards the Mississippi River from the East Coast, it looks like the temperatures are in the high 60s to mid 70s coming down the Mississippi until you get all the way down to Louisiana and Arkansas where it's in the high 70s. Texas got cloud cover over it now, so that's keeping their temperature down. They're in the low 70s right now. I'm sure it'll get hotter throughout the day. And then as we head upwards in the mountain zone, North Dakota, South Dakota in the low 70s. Then we start heading into the western part of the United States where we got Montana, Idaho, Washington, Oregon, all of them in the low 60s, with Washington reporting in the high 50s. Oh my goodness, we've got a sneaker here that snuck in on us in California. Sebastopol just snuck in at 54 degrees. Yeah, we didn't see that earlier, so California has the low temperature for the day. Nice. And then, as usual, it's a little warm out in the desert down in Arizona. But it's still relatively cool out that way, though. And I'm sure in the higher elevations in that area, Nevada, Utah, Colorado, Arizona, New Mexico, in the higher elevations, it's probably quite cool still yet. And don't really see any big storms except for it looks like there's rain and stuff down in Louisiana, Mississippi, and the lower part of Texas. Cloud cover, pretty depending on where you're at, you could be seeing clouds all day today. Looks like a little storm front heading through Tennessee and parts of Kentucky. And then, like I said, the big front coming off the Pacific into Washington, Oregon area, so that'll bring them plenty of moisture. So let's hope that it's beautiful wherever you are. We do appreciate it. You guys join us. All right. Let's close out the day with a good upbeat article this morning, and I did find one courtesy of a 7-year-old young man in New York. So we have a dedicated young man that wants to dedicate his time to helping other children. Nice little story. I don't know about y'all guys, but where I'm from, we used to be able to call the library and we could have a story time. You could call up on the telephone and you could hit, I can't remember, it was like 6, 5, something like that. You could hit the number on the phone and it would give you a little story. You could listen to somebody read a story. And that was a nice little thing when I was younger. I guess they still have those things now where you can call into the library and get story times. Different parts of and different libraries, I'm sure. Some of them might not have it anymore. But the article today, the end of the day, comes a 7-year-old boy reads to kids who miss story time at school. Nice gesture. Said up in New York, a 7-year-old boy in New York who loves to read has launched a Facebook group to read to other kids who are missing story time in school. It says Brian Rumfeld, 7, of Brooklyn, loves to read and shares his favorite books with anyone who wants to hear a good story. Brian was previously reading books to his grandmother every night when she suggested he read to kids who don't have story time because of the virus lockdown. So he started a group called Brian's Book Corner, where he reads to kids online, and so far more than 1,000 people have joined. So awesome to the young man for putting his little creativity to work reading, and I'm sure he's having a blast at it. So if anybody's got any kids, go check him out over at Brian's Book Corner on Facebook. Maybe your kids will want to hear a story from a fellow youngin'. Awesome story. We hope him all the best. All right. Thanks, guys. We do appreciate each and every one of you. As always, thank you so much for sharing your time with us. And I hope you enjoyed the articles. Hope I didn't bore everybody too bad. But trying to look at the chat here to see what's going on. Thank you guys for joining us. We do appreciate it. All right, guys. We're gonna go live again tonight, 9 o'clock. We hope to see you there. Check us out, Bonnie and Clyde Coins.com. Thank you all. Have a great day. Keep the spirits up. We got this. Happy hunting, and we'll see y'all later. Have a great